Okay, what's up everybody? So today I am gonna be making a lineup video on pretty much all of the maps. I might leave out Fracture though, because I don't have that many lineups on Fracture. But yeah, let's get started with this. Okay, so for the first arrow, you're gonna want to sit in this corner and just hold W right here. This is gonna be a fake arrow that goes to A and lands right about window, like right here. So I will probably mark this while I'm editing it, but you put your mouse indicator right here on like the edge of this, and then you just do a full bar.
Revealing area.
And yep, it's gonna fly right over. This arrow is mainly for a fake arrow if you're gonna have like two people go A main and then push B. This is a pretty useful arrow I made. Oh, by the way, I'd like to say some of these arrows I borrowed or used from other YouTubers. So, yeah. So, the next arrow I have here is you sit in this corner at this barrel, and this is pretty much as easy as a lineup gets. It's actually not that hard. You just aim right here and just do a 3-bar.
Scanning ahead.
I think. Did I put a bounce? Nah, you need a bounce for this one. Oh, I did.
Scanning ahead.
I'll show you anyways. So it bounces off this clock tower and lands right on this wall. And this could be pretty useful, but I'd avoid using this one since that's mainly like a flex arrow. And I'll even show you, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I made a lineup for this with double Shockdarts. So I'll show you this. It's not a good lineup, so I do not advise it. I will mark where I shot it in the video, but let me show you this one. This one, you just put your right charge right there, and you just
Shockdart.
Oh wait, no, you don't tap. You tap it there with a jump. So you
Revealing area.
There you go. And both of the darts will land right here. Okay, now we're gonna go to B, and I've reckoned you've probably seen this lineup. It's a pretty overused one, but it's still good regardless. You just aim for the top of the tree and shoot it there. And it will scan most of backside. But if you want an arrow that scans more like below boathouse, this is the arrow I have for it. It's pretty easy, so you don't really need to line it up. You kind of just jump and aim towards giraffe.
Scanning ahead.
And it will scan like everything, but I don't think it scans right here, so make sure to check that if you shoot that arrow. Okay, now I have a recon that's pretty easy to do. You just stand to where you can see this corner of the box. You do a double bounce,
Scanning
and
ahead.
then it's for bottom of hell, and you can spray. Now, this lineup I got from another YouTuber, but I've been using it so long, so it's kind of been mine for a while. So, it's pretty easy. You aim for the center of this top rafter, and then you do a 3-bar. And then for the second one, you put your diamond right here. And you do a 2-bar. And I will show you what they look like together. This is a good arrow to do at the start of the round, because I've gotten plenty of kills with this.
Shockdart. Shockdart.
And as you can see, lands right there. Okay, so another arrow that's pretty easy. It's for back of long. Well, actually, this isn't long, but A main. And it's a double bounce short dart. You just aim for the center of this door, and it hits back. Okay, this next arrow is a double shark dart for a default, and you might have seen this one while I was from this spot, so I'm gonna show you. You take your left HUD line, so let me show you. Your left HUD line, and you put it in this corner. right here, and you shoot free bar.
Shockdart.
And this one, it travels for a while. And this is a double shark dart, remember? Actually, I think I did it a little wrong. I think I have to put it. I'll put it above it. I think this is the right one. And then for the second one, you just aim right here and jump click. Yeah. And that's the double shark dart. And for this one, I have a dart for
Right
tree. I have 2 darts for this. I have one that you can shoot
Revealing
that
area.
lands right on tree. But you have to be kind of careful because you kind of need it to land like on
Right
this
here.
branch. Because it makes it actually be able to scan. This one's a pretty easy dart. Even if you haven't played Sova that much, you can probably do this. You just
Right
aim.
here.
I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty
Right
sure you
here.
aim right here, and it's a free bar, 1 bounce.
Scanning ahead.
And let's see, it should land right on the ground of tree. Yep. So this one's pretty good, but just remember, I'm pretty sure it doesn't
Right
scan
here.
right here or here. And might not even scan like here if they crouch. Yeah. Okay, now I have a pretty easy lineup. It's kind of almost can't even call this a lineup because of how easy it is, but this is a really valuable arrow for your team for a retake on B site. It doesn't really matter where the bomb's planted. This is just a good arrow where you just aim
Right here.
at the tree right here,
Revealing area.
and it scans pretty much all of B site. Now this is good for 2 reasons. Obviously, you can find out where they are, and for the main reason, you can wallbang like this whole wall, even here. And the other arrow that you can do for if you're the one planting it is that you hit it on this back
Right here.
wall
Scanning ahead.
and lands right on this vent. And you can just do the same thing with spraying. Now, if you're waiting for the spawn barrier to open and you plan on using either a sheriff or an Odin to spray this right here to
Right here.
scan here, a really easy arrow that I like to do, because I see a lot of people that do like this arrow that like, I don't know, I think it's this,
Revealing area.
where it bounces off the ceiling and lands
Right
on
here.
the ground. That's not a good arrow because it's really easy to shoot first off, and you might not even get a scan from it. So if you are gonna spray this with an Odin or Sheriff, I recommend either hitting it on the ceiling
Scanning ahead.
or hitting
Right
it
here.
off this back
Scanning
wall
ahead.
right here, and it does the exact same thing. And then you can just spray with Odin. Also, if you're gonna spray with Odin here, try to aim for. You can even stand right here. You can make this jump. Just give me a sec. Okay, I can't make it, but just aim for this
Right here.
little spray right here and aim kind of towards the wall. Now, if you're playing an A hell, and this is pretty much the same lineup, you kind of, I'm pretty sure you can even shoot it from here. You just
Right
aim
here.
right here into a 2-bar.
Revealing area.
Oh wait, hold up. Crouch, I hit this
Right here.
instead of that.
Revealing area.
I guess I was wrong. So you have to sit
Right
in this corner and do a 2-bar.
Scanning ahead.
And like before, you can either spray with an Odin, or if you want to get crafty, you can even do Shark
Shockdarts.
Dart. That lands right there. Okay, that's gonna be all my lineups for Ascent. So now I'm gonna move on to Bind. Okay, for playing Sova on Bind on attack, a good arrow for A is it's actually pretty easy. You pretty much just could
Right
aim
here.
for this back wall right here and do a
Scanning
full bar.
ahead.
Because on Bind, Sova isn't as needed as some of the other maps, and he's not as good. But obviously, if you are gonna play him, I do have lineups for it. Okay, so I have a good Shark Dart for
Right here.
plant right here, default, where you run into this wall, you put your
Right here.
crosshair here, and you just tap it.
Shockdart.
Now it's a little off, so I would have to guess that you probably just aim a little more to the left. So kind of like this.
Shockdart.
Yeah, so if
Right
you aim
here.
a little more to the left, this lineup isn't perfect, but it's nice to have some short darts, because it just puts pressure on people. Now, we're gonna go to Heaven on defense for A. Now, I have some pretty good lineups for this, actually. You could run into this wall, and you're gonna put your first diamond right on this black tower right here. And you're just gonna do one bar.
Revealing area.
And it's gonna go over all those. And land right
Right
on
here.
this back wall. Now, this arrow could be shot pretty easily, but it's nice if you have a teammate in showers here, because they will probably look away to shoot the dart, and then your teammate can swing and like counter strafe and whatnot. Now, for B, you've probably done this lineup before. It's pretty easy. But for this one, you have to try and block out as much as possible. This is a pre-round dart, so you wouldn't normally shoot this if you're playing retake. So you just run as far out, and then you just
Right here.
aim right near this vent,
Revealing area.
and just one bounce full charge. Now, you'll find with this one, you will either get like a 5-person scan, or it will just get broken immediately, which is kind of weird about it. Now, some easy shark darts. I don't like this one that much
Right
because
here.
it's not that safe, but you can just bounce it off of this
Right here.
wooden pillar,
Shockdart.
and it will land
Right
right
here.
on default, and you can shoot 2 of them to kill the spike carrier. Now, for this one, I only shoot this one if there's either a Viper wall,
here.
or if you have
Right
showers
here.
control, or if somebody has a smoke there, because this is a pretty dangerous lineup to use. But you free bar it and put
Right
it in the
here.
corner of this box. So that's all my lineups for A. So now let's go to B. Now for B site, I don't really have a lineup for
Right
hookah
here.
for attack, because in general you kind of just want to walk up here anyways and just pull out your drone if your team isn't really pushing in, and just scan each corner. So what I usually just do, I do one of 2 lineups. I will either just shoot it off this back
Scanning
wall,
ahead.
which is pretty easy. Or sometimes, if you think somebody's in tube and you're in a safe spot, you can like shoot it
Revealing area.
right here. Just scan a bit of tube, but you'd probably want to land
Right here.
Now, I saw Ethos do this. I don't know if I remember it, but I'm pretty. Let me check real quick. Yep. So that's a shark dart for what is this?
Right
What's this
here.
corner called? Okay, whatever. You just aim for
Right
this
here.
right corner, this black thing, and you run into back hero. Hello, Teddy. And then you just do a full bar,
Shockdart.
and it goes right in corner. That's a really good lineup, actually. So this one I wouldn't always do, but if somebody's been playing it a lot, you can probably just pre-shoot that one. Now, a recon I have for
Taking point.
B that goes on back wall, you run into this corner. And by the way, make sure you clear garden before you do this, because I've had it happen where I do this lineup and then somebody just wide swings me and just get one tap. So you just put your
Right here.
right line right here, and it's a one
Scanning
third.
ahead.
It's pretty easy, but it's a nice lineup to have. And it's not too complicated either. Now, I have shark darts for right
Right
here.
here.
I don't know if I fully remember it, but let me check real quick actually.
Shockdart.
Okay, I do. So you
Caution,
run
here.
into this corner,
Right
and
here.
you're gonna put Sova's left hand like knuckles for his pointer and middle finger right,
Right here.
here, so where it's halving, making it look half this little like square tile
Right
right
here.
here, and then you just do that. And they're pretty easy lineups. They are pretty easy to avoid, but you'll probably get them with the first one. Now, something to note, you might not always get somebody with this lineup simply because
Right
when
here.
somebody's defusing this is a defuse lineup. This isn't an anti-plant lineup. Is that they will probably see your darts
Right
coming
here.
from over here because it's such a short wall. Like I'll show you.
Shockdart.
I can't really show you, but I think you get the idea. Now for retaking B, you don't really need a lineup if I'm being honest. You can kind of just shoot your dart like one of these
Revealing
corners,
area.
or you can shoot it
Revealing
right here.
area.
Oh, this is also an easy. But then it. Oh wait, no, I messed it up. It's supposed to land right here on the plant spot, and you pretty much just aim for this line,
Right here.
kind of in the center. I haven't done this lineup much, so I don't really know it too well.
Shockdart.
But it's a free bar that lands right in this
Right here.
corner, and you can get a kill with that. So I don't have that many lineups on bind, which is probably why I don't do too good on it, if I'm being honest. But let's go to the next map, and I think we'll do Breeze next, since that's an interesting map for Sova. Okay, for playing Sova on Breeze, a good defending dart is, you can actually do this with the spawn barrier. You can just peek until you see this little window right here, and you aim to the right of it just a little bit, and then you do a one bounce full charge.
Revealing area.
Now this is a really good dart for mid. It's probably one of my best darts, and it scans pretty much everything, but I'd be careful because if it's a really fast push, it won't scan right here. But in general, it will probably scan everything because the spawn barriers are right here. So another, sorry, don't mind me, I'm lagging a little. For a dart for cylinder that lands right here, and it scans a little bit of B back and scans with close in case, I don't know, Viper's orb is up and she's been playing with a Bucky close, something like that. You can run into like this brick. Okay, excuse me, I just got a bunch of lag. You can run into this brick. You can put the corner of your diamond right here, and then you can do a one bar and a jump.
Standing ahead.
Now this will land right on top of cylinder. And like I said, if they're hugging this wall, it won't scan it, but if they're like out more, it will. And you can also get a little bit of mid. So this is a pretty good dart. Now, when you're taking B control, a simple dart you could do is that you can just crouch on this box. But be careful, because you can obviously get peeked from here and here while you run to this. So you can just aim for this back wall right here. Now, ideally, you want to land here and not in this, because it's kind of obstructed. Sorry, it's kind of obstructed by this. So you'd ideally want to land here. And it will scan all B back, or if you're coming from mid, you can just, I think you can even shoot this from up here. You can just aim for this back wall. Even from down here, you can just aim for this back wall. Now, obviously, you can, an easy dart, I wouldn't even call this a lineup, you can just shoot at a window if you're trying to defuse right here, and they're holding with an op, and maybe have your teammate, well, if you have your teammate here, have your teammate hold him when it scans, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you can spray this. Okay, no, never mind, you can't. You can probably with an Odin, but you can't spray with a Vandal, or medium penetration. Now for a Recon, you could hit, there's a few spots, you can aim for here if you have control right here, and try to either hit on this, or this back wall. And you could also just shoot a Recon back here. You don't really need that crazy lineups for A, since it's such an open site. So, I do have one lineup for attackers. It's a little gimmicky though, and I don't know. Can't fully remember it, but you put your right line here, and I'm pretty sure I did a Q charge and a jump.
Scanning ahead.
Let's see. Yeah, and that lands right here, and it scans close, but it doesn't scan right here, so you're gonna have to clear that. Now, an easy lineup for just pushing through A is that if you get enough control right here, and you have enough space cleared,
Right here.
you can just shoot it at this back wall. This is always a pretty good spot to shoot it, because if you do it like pretty pixel perfect, you can even scan bridge. But this is mainly for orange and stairs. Now, I don't have that many lineups for Breeze, so I think I'm just going to move on to the next map, because that's pretty much all of mine. Because I need to make Shockdarts for Breeze, but I don't have any really. Okay, so for Icebox. Icebox is a pretty juicy and fun Sova map. Now, I made this easy lineup that lands right on this little wall at B garage, and it scans mid as well. So you just run into here. This is a pretty easy lineup. You won't really need that much. You just need to put your charge bar like right there, and just do a 1 bar.
Scanning ahead.
And if I did this right, which I probably did, yep, it lands right here and scans a bit of spawn, a bit of mid, but just keep in mind it only scans to like here, because Recon can't reach all the way over there. And it obviously is mainly for your teammates that are holding B, like right here or something. Now, another dart that's even better for helping your teammates that are holding B main is that you walk into this corner, you put both of your diamonds right here, and you do a 2 bar.
Scanning ahead.
Should land right on this.
Right here.
And it lands like this, so you can scan all the way to here and here. And obviously you can scan these corners as well. Now, I have some Shockdarts for attack. Actually, no, it is a Recon, my fault. You can just, they're pretty easy. You can just aim like right here.
Revealing area.
Bounce off of this wall. And get snowman scanned. I also made a Shockdart for here, but I don't remember it, if I'm being honest. But there's probably something like this hidden off this wall, if you want to make your own lineups for that. Now, I do have Shockdarts for defense, and you can, your teammates just died here and you're just getting back in time. You can run into this corner as a start, but you're gonna want to move so you can't see this. And that's for the second dart. The first dart is really easy. You just put your left line right on this crane, and you do a 1 bar, and it will land right on bomb. And it will look like this.
Scanning ahead.
Now, for the second one, you want it to be high up, but you want it to kind of be, because this can happen sometimes where your dart accidentally hits that, so you're going to want to aim a little more like deep.
Shockdarts.
This is, but you also want to be careful because it sometimes lands a little too over here, and you can't actually hit it. But let me show you what the lineup looks like with both the arrows together.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
And as you can see, this one, it's usually supposed to land over here a little more, because, you know, they nerfed their Shockdarts as well. But this will kill them if they are planting right here. Now, I do have some one Shockdarts for A. It's pretty easy, and I like this one a lot because you're actually pretty safe. So let me just find this. You're gonna aim for this line, and you can do it from back here. And you're just gonna aim right in this middle, like, what do I get off? this middle like connection
here.
right here, and you're gonna do a free bar,
Revealing area.
and it's just gonna land right in corner. So it's just gonna look like this.
Shockdart.
Actually, I think you might want to aim a little bit to the left because those landed off.
Scanning ahead.
So yeah, you're gonna want to aim a little bit to the
Right
left
here.
of this line, so it lands right on
Right
here
here.
instead of landing here.
Right here.
So that line is pretty good. Okay, one final dart for defense. If they like put up a
Right
smoke
here.
right here, and they just walk
Right
right
here.
up tube, and you don't really know what to do, and you kind of just have to walk over here. I have a dart where this one you have to be careful though, because you can obviously get
On my mark.
peek from right here. So you do a double bounce and you aim
Right
for
here.
this corner right here, and aim a little bit higher for the connection,
Revealing area.
because it obviously your recon drops, and it lands right here. And the thing I love about this, if they did
Right
smoke you off, you can just do a quick little spray on this entire tube. But remember, you can't spray this. You might be able to spray up an Odin. Yes, you can. So, if you want to be a scumbag, you can just do this.
Revealing area.
So it actually
Right
does scan all the way over here, so this would work. Okay, so now let's get on to the attack. For A, you're gonna wanna sometimes play a little further back, and you're gonna wanna
Right here.
aim for like this side of the wall and just
Scanning
jump.
ahead.
And it will land on right here, scan
Right
below here, scan a little bit of this, scan rafters. It won't scan below here if they're playing here, but if they're like right here, it will scan them. So yeah. Now, that's pretty much all my lineups for Icebox, so now let's go on to Haven. I love Haven as a map, so this will be fun. Okay, so for good old Haven, we all love Haven. So, for Haven, I have a really easy dart for A. That is good for sight, where you just do a one bar
Revealing area.
jump, and it's gonna hit this back wall. And scan pretty much all of sight besides
Watching
here and
here.
hell. Also this
Right
corner,
here.
it won't scan. Okay, so now that we're already at A, that easy dart I showed you that lands
here.
right here, we already did that. So you're just gonna want to back up
Right here.
towards B and just do a full bar and aim kind of in the middle of this light bulb in this corner.
Scanning ahead.
And hold up, sorry, I messed that up. I messed the angle.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Okay, there we go. So let me actually confirm this. You're gonna want to aim just a little bit higher than it,
Revealing area.
and it will hit. And this is like a god arrow. It will scan legit everything besides
Right
hell.
here.
So I actually confirmed this. I don't know this. Yeah, okay. So that is a good arrow for retaking B. This corner
Right
in
here.
general is just so good to shoot your arrows. Now, I have a wallbang arrow for B window that lands like right
here.
here, and you can use even a vandal to spray it right here. And I'm gonna show you where it is. So you're gonna line yourself up with this stone that has scratches on it, and you're just gonna hold W into this gray brick, and then you're gonna put your crosshair right here
Right here.
between these like two little wooden panels, and it's gonna be a one bar jump, so it's gonna look like this.
Scanning ahead.
And then you can wall bang. Now, some advice I could give you for if you're gonna do this is that obviously you can
Right
aim
here.
more here, but if you are on comms with your teammate, you can ask them to smoke
Right
this
here.
off here, cause it won't affect the dart at all, because the dart already lands right
Right here.
here, And this dart also can help your teammates at A. So this is a multi-purpose dart in a way. But this is manually obviously for B window. Now I'm gonna show you some shark darts for C. I don't have any on the plant, but I have some for when you're entering. So you're gonna walk into this corner. You're gonna aim right in these little rocks. This is a pretty easy lineup. And you're just gonna do a one bar. And it's gonna land right on this back wall. And this wall is very infamous for like being really good for like Sova darts. Now I'm gonna show you 2 shark dart lineups. The first one I'm gonna do is a little worse than the second one. So this first dart you're gonna aim in the center of these leaves right here, and it kind of makes a circle, and you're gonna aim in the center of this. If you want, you can crouch to make it more
Shockdart.
like a circle, but I usually just
Shockdart.
And hold up, sorry, I'm wrong. It's a 3 bar, and then you are gonna aim in the same lineup right here, but this time you're gonna do a 1 charge and then a bounce. So it's gonna all together. It's gonna look like this.
Shockdart.
Hold up. Actually, I messed that one up a little. So you're gonna aim a little bit to the right of this leaf, and then
Shockdart.
I will land like that. Okay, that was my fault. Okay. Now I have another one that lands. It doesn't land in this corner.
Right
It doesn't
here.
land here. It lands here, which is
Watching
still
here.
good because people like to counter strafe like AD and like peek this or just hold this in general. But the only thing that's kind of bad about this is that you can kind of
Right
see
here.
it from here. So I'm gonna show you it. You put, so you see your shark dart icon. You're gonna put the right little bolt right in this corner as like far as you can go. You're gonna have to hold your knife out first. And this itself is a free charge.
Shockdart.
And it's gonna land like right about here.
Right here.
If I did it right. Unless it is in the corner. Maybe I just forgot. Okay, so it is in the corner. And you're gonna do that, obviously free charge. And then the second one, you're gonna drag your mouse down, put your HUD line right in
Right
this
here.
tree right here, and just do 2 bar. So all together, it's gonna look like this.
Shockdart. Shockdart.
And if I did this right, yep. And that is a guaranteed kill if somebody's right in the center of that. So those are some really good shark darts. And that's about everything for C on the defense. But I do have a retake arrow where you stand right here and you just aim for like the
Right
left
here.
side of this window. This is a pretty big wall, so you don't really have to line it up that much.
Scanning
And
ahead.
it's gonna land right on this. Okay. Never mind. You have to aim a little lower. You have to aim
Right
lower
here.
here.
Revealing area.
And it's gonna hit this big wall and scan pretty much all of C. Now that is everything for C.
Right here.
So now we're gonna go to B. Now a really good arrow that's pretty easy is that you put your crosshair like in the
Right
corner
here.
of this like wooden panel thing, and you just do a full
Scanning
bar and
ahead.
it lands right near garage. Now this would be very helpful if you have a teammate playing in garage and he decides to spray the windows, and then you can just spray the window, obviously, or not the window, the door. And in general, I don't really have too many lineups for
Revealing area.
B because when you're retaking it, you usually just
Revealing
shoot
area.
it in like one of these big corners. Now for B, excuse me, for attack on B, you just want to aim for
Right
like
here.
one of these
Scanning
big
ahead.
corners
Right here.
right here.
Scanning ahead.
And based on this info, you can decide if you want to go B or not, or you want to go to a different site. But then again, this is manually for if you're committed to B. Okay, so that's all for Haven. I'm not gonna do Pearl or Fracture because I legit have like no lineups on those maps. So I'm gonna go to the next map. Alright, got a crowd.
Shock dart. Shock dart. Shock dart.
Okay, so I'm actually not gonna do anything on the Fracture of Pearl. I did have lineups for Split, but they obviously removed Split. So this is just gonna be the end of the video, so bye.